Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My husband and I are debt-free, live in a beautiful place, Grand Junction, Colorado. About 20 months ago, sorry if I'm talking fast, we had to go no contact with his very abusive family after I was assaulted. And
Whoa.
Yes.
Who assaulted you?
His mother and his brother.
Physically assaulted you?
Yes, they assaulted us when we decided we were no longer going to take their abuse. My husband and I moved to Colorado from California 10 years ago to help take care of his mother and father, moved right next door. They gifted us a property of land in exchange for doing that. And 2 weeks after getting here, we realized we'd made a horrible mistake, but we were kind of stuck. Anyway, back in 1993, they set up an irrevocable trust with the three siblings, and it came to my home, or to our home, which it wasn't supposed to, and I saw the specs on it and everything, being $300,000 for each child when the passing of their parents. But if they lived to be 100, they wouldn't get it. So when all of this horrible stuff happened, my husband even attempted suicide after this happened 20 months ago, because we had come here to help take care of them and were treated really badly. Anyway, we are worried that the irrevocable trust is no longer available, because we know that he was cut out of the will for not allowing his family to treat him and I badly anymore. And
are you still living next door?
Actually, she sold her house. That's pretty much when the real problem started. She had decided to sell her house after my father-in-law died in 2021, and she was demanding that we sell our home that we built on this little piece of property next door to them. And when we told her no, we weren't going to sell it, she wanted to split the money of the house and everything with the other two older siblings, and we said no, we're not going to do that. And
okay, so you still live in the property. She sold the property next door. Where did they move to?
She moved in with her one of her other children in Lake Havasu, Arizona.
Oh, a good distance away.
Yeah, exactly. And
good. Praise God.
We were granted
right.
Permanent restraining orders
Life is
against
good.
them
Okay.
as well.
And so, do you guys have an income? Do you make a living?
We're on retire. We have my husband's retirement, and we collect Social Security as well. And he does.
How old are you?
Handyman work. I'm 66. He's 69.
Oh wow!
But we retired in 2012.
So this is like an 80-year-old woman attacking you?
Actually, a 92-year-old woman.
These people are freaks.
Well, our new neighbor happens to be a forensic psychologist, and he has been so helpful in helping my husband and I get through most of what we've gone through.
Okay. So you have a piece of ground. You're 66 years old. You have Social Security coming in, and you have what else coming in? And you said disability.
Well, he has bipolar 1 disorder, but he never collected disability or anything. He always worked. We owned a business together.
No, do you have income coming in? That's what I'm trying to get at, honey.
Okay.
You have Social Security coming in. What else do you have coming in?
Retirement and his handyman work. He makes about $800 a month, but we're fine.
Okay, good. You're fine.
Well.
So here's my point. It's not worth it.
Well, that's why that was what we had decided.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Could you possibly hold them to an irrevocable trust, depending on how it's worded, what state it was in? I guess you got a copy of it. You could take it to an attorney and get legal advice. If you want to do that, you can. For me, it falls under the heading of life's too short. Screw it. You're 66. Go on with your life. Oh my God.
Exactly, and that's what we've been doing. My husband.
Except the part where you called me and asked me because you're all worried about the trust. That part where you're not going on with your life.
That didn't come up until just recently. And my husband, because he lived in a family where money was the manipulation.
Yeah, so don't let them just forget about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, walk away. If you get a check in the mail after she passes away, then great. But I would plan my life as though that money's not coming. And I would dust my sandals off and go on to the next thing, because it's just not worth your soul.
Yeah. That's what we've been trying to do. And like I said, we're debt free. We have a good life. We have good friends.
Yeah.
Miss our kids like hell, but it's been an awful thing. And watching
where are your
you
kids?
Guys the last
where's your
months.
kids?
I've got 2 sons in California. I've got a daughter in Arizona and a daughter in Texas.
You just miss them because of their distance.
Yeah, we were extremely close family, and we left them to come.
I know, but I'm saying you're still connected to them relationally. You just
absolutely.
They just have to, like most people, they don't live in the same town with you.
Can you sell your place and go be by your kids? You're speaking as though you're not adults and that you're trapped.
That was our original idea, was to come here when his parents passed.
No. That's all behind.
That's
all
behind.
Going
backwards.
Don't go back.
Like today.
Go forward. Put the house that you live in
from selling your
for
house
sale.
Move to Texas or California.
Live near your children.
It's impossible now because of the cost of living. The home that we live in is worth just a little over $300,000, and if we move back to California where the grandkids are, there's just no way. We don't have the we wouldn't be debt free, and we want to live debt free. So we do go see them. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
So buy some airline tickets and just head over there, and life's good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could go. You've got a copy of the trust. You could go get legal advice, and it depends on how it's worded. Honestly, the weird thing about an irrevocable trust is it may be revocable. It's depending on who's where in the thing, how it's in charge, who's in charge, that kind of stuff. But really, it's I don't know. I don't know who put it together. I don't know how it's written, and without reading it, I wouldn't have a clue. So you could go get legal advice if you want to, but every step you take towards, quote, defending yourself, unquote, puts them all back in your head rent-free again, and I really wouldn't let them back in your head.
Think of it this way. Every conversation you have, everything you Google trying to figure this out is a choice to be miserable in the present. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't spend it. Because even if you find out you're completely legally right, you might have to spend a tremendous amount of effort and money to force it. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.